Okay, I told you guys I was just going to go back and document, what happened yesterday. So, I'm documenting it. So, this is where I was praying with Kat. Just driving down the street. And we're praying exactly what I told you. Lord, show me how to deliver this. And so, there's so much data. I just, one video would seem like 3 hours. And so the Lord told me to do it in multiple videos. And like unpacking a box in different ways. And I pulled up to this light right here, and this is where I was praying, and I was like, okay, this is what I hear the Lord saying, that He wants me to do it like you unpack different items from a box. I mean, unpack the data. So on that note, I was sitting right here going, that is so weird. I hear Him saying that don't deliver at once the tip of the spear, deliver it repetitively in different ways, using the same data in different ways in organizations, like unpacking a box that's got a bunch of different stuff in it. And I was like, wow, that's really interesting to hear that. So then I take the turn. So anyway, so then I take this turn right here, and I'm like, why? Right then I'm talking to Kat saying, wow, this is what I hear. I hear it clear as a bell to unpack, do multiple videos on the tip of the spear. And so right then, this is as far as I was. I'm like, that is so strange. And then up in front of me, I see spears. It says spears right there. It says spears right there. We just passed it up. And as I drive down the street, it's just one after another pictures of the spear poster. So when I saw this spear sign, I'm like, that's insane. And I turned around. I said, I gotta turn around. I was like, I've got to document this, because I heard Him say do multiple videos with the same data produced in different ways. Don't just do one spear video, do multiple tip of the spear videos and deliver the same data in different ways. And I was like, that is so wild. So, I mean, what are the odds? So, hang on. I'm going to go back and show you all these. So I made a U-turn, and I started photographing. I said, Kat, you're not going to believe this. And so I started photographing. So anyway, I started backtracking. I'm like, I got to go photograph those. That's crazy. There's just no way that you hear the Lord say, I want you to do multiple videos on the tip of the spear, multiple, and just unpack the data in different ways. So I made a U back there. You saw me pull in, and I turned around and I went back just to photograph the images to document. So I'm just going to pull up right here, and I'm going to show you one that I pulled over and photographed. And anyway, so there it is. And so then there's one on the other side of the wall, and then as I continued forward, there's many, many more. So I got my confirmation, and then during that time, Billy called. So try and imagine spears. I mean, so there's all these signs that say spears. So try and imagine that you're me, and you're praying, hey, I hear you saying you want me to do multiple videos on the tip of the spear. That's just so wild. And then to see repetitive signs that say spear, 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 spears. And then to get a phone call from a friend of yours that said, no, I didn't call you. But when you call him on his desk, he's like, yeah, I got this big spear tip. It says tip of the spear. I mean, come on. It's like, that's the Lord speaking. The Lord speaks once. The Lord speaks twice. I think it's in Job. Anyway, in Job, I believe Lord speaks once, Lord speaks twice. In the dream and, in the night, but man perceiveth it not. But I perceiveth it. It says, who are those who are spiritual perceiveth all things. And I can perceive, obviously, that the Lord's telling me during the middle of a prayer, hey, I need to know how I should do this video. And he showed, and I literally am vocalizing on the phone to Kat. I am vocalizing, yeah, I hear him saying he wants me to repackage it and so people get to unpack it in different ways, but use the cumulative sum of the data, because, you know, some videos will have data other videos don't have, because there's so many data points to tie together. It's crazy. It's just insane. And I was like, how do you tie all those data points together in one video? It's like, whoa, you know, it's like, it would be like going to a college class for 3 hours and sitting down. So he told me do multiple videos, don't stress out. Do multiple videos to deliver the data, and unpack the data in different ways. And then, you know, people will get it. And I'm like, okay. And then to see all those spear. Then to get a phone call from one of your buddies you haven't talked to in probably 4 or 5 months. And then to call him up and say, hey, I'm sorry I missed your call. He's like, I didn't call you. And then say, well, my phone says you called me. I got it all written in red. And then, you know, Billy starts laughing and he's like, you know, he kind of chuckles a little bit. He's like, well, I was thinking about you, or said something like that. He said, but I guess my phone somehow dialed you. And I'm like, yeah, that's wild. And then I'm like, he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, trying to figure out how to deliver all this information on, you know, Donald Trump and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, and I said, yeah, it's just tip of the spear. He goes, that's crazy. I got this spear tip right here on my desk, right here in front of me. And I said, and I was like, at first I was like, shut up. I'm just like, dude, shut up, Billy. He's like, no, really, I got a spear tip right here in front of me. It weighs about 2 pounds. I got it when I was in the Marines. He said, you wouldn't believe what I had to go through to get this spear tip. He said, you know, I had to really go through a lot of hassles to get it. And so I was like, what? Would you send me a picture of it? He goes, oh yeah, I'm going to send you a picture of it. And I said, that is just insane. That is just insane. So you're telling me, I said, so you're telling me you have a spear tip sitting on your desk right now, right where you, like right there. And he's like, yeah. I was like, that's insane. He goes, yeah, it says tip of the spear. I'm like, what? And I was like, dude, shut up. It does not say tip of the spear. He's like, yeah, it says tip of the spear on it. I was like, okay, dude, you send me a photo. And so, see, I documented it yesterday because I didn't want, you know, when you deliver this kind of information, I would think this guy's fabricating. There's just no way that's possible. There's no way it's possible. So again, you know, so then there's your confirmation. So if I'm looking for confirmation on how to deliver this information, you know, because I'm overwhelmed, I'll just be honest, man. I have so much data, it's almost too much data, you know, and so I don't want to feel pressured during a video. You know, I feel like I'd have to talk like an auctioneer just to get the information out because there's so much of it. So I want to do it nice and smoothly and deliver, you know, all the applicable parts. All the applicable parts, because, you know, one thing builds on another, builds on another, builds on another. And when you put the whole puzzle together, it's like, let me tell you something, guys. Donald Trump was predestined to be the very tip of the spear in the end. And he would be used to bring the system down. And let me tell you something. The Lord God predestined him to be it. But if you think Donald Trump's a born-again believer, you are sadly confused. And I'm going to show you, you know, his pastor and what his pastor's theological beliefs were. And, you know, and I've gone and I've done my homework. And, you know, and I broke down his coat of arms and what the meaning is of these symbols on his coat of arms and what they mean just to the societies that he's part of. So the system's coming down and the whole system's about to go, and the Lord's coming. Locusts are coming out of the pit. locusts are coming out of the pit. All hell's about to break loose. The United States is about to be burned. It is going to be devastated. They're going to roll it out. They're going to take down Trump. They're going to bring in the Antichrist Barack Obama, the fix-it man. He's going to say, see, I told you. Look what happened. Look, see? See all those that voted for Trump? And they're going to round them up. Why do you think there's so many freaking FEMA camps in the United States? And then it says, just like it says in the end, brother against brother, mother against daughter, father against son. Children will rise against their parents and cause them to be killed. Here it is. It's coming.